Hello and welcome to this week's live episode of Woodlands on Air, brought to you by Woodlands Online. I'm your host today as usual, Sean Thompson, here to bring you the latest in Woodlands area news and events for this week of October 20th through the 26th. That's right, Halloween's right around the corner, and we have our Halloween guide already up and at 'em. If you go to woodlandsonline.com, right there on the main page is a tab for your or a graphic for the Halloween guide. Click on it and find out all the amazing things that are happening, not just for Halloween, but all the time around it. The fall festivals, the trunks or treats. In fact, I could spend an entire broadcast just talking about those. Instead, I'm going to send you on to the guide and talk about some events. Now, how do you know we're live? I can tell you right now, it is 85 degrees and sunny outside. It's going to get all the way up to 90, but do know that today and tomorrow are probably going to be the last couple of big days of summer-like weather, and then the temperature is going to drop into the lower to mid 80s, and the lows will be in the 60s, even the 50s. So there you go. And hopefully with the new weather will come a lack of allergies. Do know that the UV index right now is high. It's at 6. So if you have a aversion to the sun like I do, then definitely lather on the SPF and wear floppy hats and comfortable clothes. Okay, well, that's it for your weather PSA. Now let's talk about some events that are happening. It is indeed Monday, October the 20th, and the Woodlands Hills is continuing through the end of this month. $5,000 back if you buy a house at the Woodlands Hills. Now, if you haven't been there yet, my gosh, it's a gorgeous location. I'm a little bit more rural, lots to do. I'm not saying that there's nothing out there or you're in the middle of the sticks, but you're away from the hustle and bustle of the Woodlands and Conroe. It's really nice. You got to check it out by going to woodlandsonline.com. Click on the events tab and then just go to today or anywhere on the calendar and have a look for that Woodlands Hills $5,000 back event. Memorial Hermann this evening at 5:30 and 7:30 is hosting a maternity tour. So if you're an expectant mother or a family member thereof and want to know all the amazing things that Memorial Hermann can offer you as your maternity place, then tonight's the night to do it. Go to woodlandsonline.com right now for the events tab and make reservations for it. You just don't want to show up. Or you can head on out to the Mitchell Library here on the west side of town this evening for Teen Movie Night, where it's Jurassic World Rebirth, dinosaurs running amok again, like they didn't learn the first 7 movies. But I'm saying it's a great movie. The kids will love it, and it's at the library, so librarians will keep an eye on things to make sure they don't get out of hand. And at the Dozy Do Big Barn tonight, we got the Texas Jazz Orchestra playing, featuring Gunhild Carling, doing great trombone work there. I'm going to talk more about Dozy Do later, but it sounds like a great night tonight. Now, moving on to tomorrow, Tuesday, it's the Flashlight Candy Hunt for all ages, and it's happening at Terramont Park tomorrow. Woodlands Township's putting it on. Grab flashlights. I don't think they're offered there. Bring the little ones and just have a ball. Some early trick-or-treat candy gatherage. Or you can, earlier in the day, take the kiddos to Kanga's Indoor Playland because it's Crazy Tuesday, which means from 3 to 6 p.m., the kids can go wild for only $9 each. A great budget pleaser and just wears the kiddos out so they'll crash out a Tuesday night. But now let's talk about Wednesday. So Instep Dance Center is hosting a 5-week Wicked theater camp. Now, I'm not saying the theater camp is wicked and evil. I'm talking about, of course, Wicked, Defying Gravity, Dorothy, Wizard of Oz kind of stuff. It's 5 weeks. You want to sign the kiddos up right now. Again, go to woodlandsonline.com and click on the events tab. At Dozy Do's Big Barn, the Arcadian Wild is playing. I thought after this many years they might be the Arcadian Tamed, but no, they're still pretty wild. Earlier in the day on Wednesday, the Children's Museum is hosting the Learning Zoo with animal encounters in October. So they bring critters with them, so I stay away because I'm a firm believer that nature is just a way to kill you any chance it can. But kiddos, be stronger and better people than I am and show up at the Children's Museum for Critter Day, animal encounters from the Learning Zoo. Now moving past the hump on to Thursday. So Painting with a Twist has things going on all the time. But this Thursday, they're really bringing out the big guns. It's a date night where you can buy a seat and get one for 20%, 25% off at a discount. They have a family class for all ages, I think ages 10 and up, and so much more. It's a great way to get together, paint together, create art together, socialize together, drink together. It's bring your own bottle, and just have a lot of family fun. So check out Painting with a Twist, especially for this Thursday. Thursday is also Interfaith of the Woodlands Day of Caring food drive, community-wide event. So if you got some cans of food or packages, and please, 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 not dented and rusted cans, not food past its expiration date, food that you'd be proud to eat. That's what they need donated. So find out more, once again, at WoodlandsOnAir.com. Thursday evening, when you're done with your food drive and painting, go to Rock the Row with Restaurant Row in Hughes Landing, where we got the Randy Cobio band playing. They do like country and top 40, stuff like that. Or you can head on over to Market Street for Barefoot Nation. So we got two live bands playing at the same time, two parts of the Woodlands, lots of great stuff. Or you can go on back to Dozy Do's Big Barn for Clay Hollis playing. My golly, we did a lot of great acts there. Okay, we're going to start talking about the weekend by talking about Friday. I'll tell you more about some live music. So enjoy that and bring the heat and have fun with that. Maximum Athletics is something for you. If you're learning about all these great events, but say, hey, I got kiddos with me and I can't seem to find someone to watch them, Maximum Athletics has you covered. They have an open gym and a parents' night out Friday evening. Drop the little loved ones off, pay a few bucks, and then get the heck out of town for a little bit. Just be sure to pick them up at around 10 o'clock that night. You can also head on over to North Shore Park for Sunset Cinema. That's right, Friday night they're going to be showing A Bug's Life, a great Pixar movie there, right around sunset. You can show up around 6:30, and about an hour later, that's where they'll start the movie. Earlier in the day on Friday, this is a big one for me, and I'll be there. It's the Pink of Health Luncheon. This, of course, is a Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and in the Pink of Health is just a wonderful organization, and this luncheon will raise funds and awareness. So if you haven't got your tickets yet, get them, and I'll see you there. And then finally on Friday, it's Hocus Pocus Pops at the Pavilion. This is amazing. It's the annual Houston Symphony Halloween-based event where they play scary music and fun music, and it's for everybody. And the best thing is, it's free. That's right. It's part of the performing arts season, which is absolutely free to attendees. Find out more at WoodlandsOnline.com on the events tab. Okay, now let's talk about the weekend. On Saturday, Celebrate School. It's a wonderful new private school that's amazing. They had a ribbon cutting the other day. I went there to check it out. Not only is the school amazing, but they are all about the community, and they're having a free, fun fall festival. I can't believe I said that without stuttering. That's right. They'll have vendors. They'll have Touch a Truck. They'll have Trunk or Treat. They're just going bonkers for the community. They want to be a part of the community, and they want you, the community, to be a part of them. So find out more at WoodlandsOnline.com. That's Celebrate School. It's like celebrate, but with two E's at the end instead of the ATE. Magnolia Soap and Bath, not only all week are they having little workshops going on, but they got their girls' night out that's practical magic based. If you remember the movie Practical Magic, they're doing a whole girls' night out thing where you can just make bubble baths and soaps and bombs, bath bombs, all kinds of great stuff. If you haven't been to Magnolia Soap and Bath, you got to check it out. I bought some products there and it's amazing. Earlier in the day, there's a wonderful event happening for a worthy cause. It's the Superhero Dash. It's a fun run for Cancer Kiss My Coolie, an organization that takes care of kids based on a young kid who had brain cancer. And he said that cancer could just kiss his coolie, and that's where the name stuck. You got to read all about it at WoodlandsOnline.com. Precision Camera on Saturday is hosting a couple of great events. They're hosting a lot of stuff, but they're hosting coffee and cameras in the morning. So you go in, have some breakfast drinks and stuff like that with them and check out the cameras. And then shortly after that on Saturday, it's a basic digital photography class. You got a digital camera, you want to learn how to use it, you just have everything on auto setting and hope for the best. Well, this class will teach you how to get off of auto and to master manual control. A lot of things are happening on Saturday, including the open house at John Cooper School. If you're looking for some top-level local education, I'm telling you, John Cooper School is one of the best out there. Take your kid by and find out what they're all about. A Saturday morning. Indian Springs on Saturday is also hosting Taste of the Village, hosted by the Indian Springs Village Village Association. So go on and check that out. It's where they highlight all the great food and drinks they have out in that village. And then at the pavilion that night, Keith Sweat is playing, so enjoy that. And if you're not at the concert, watch out for traffic in the area. Man, a lot happening on Saturday, and some stuff's happening on Sunday, too. At the Blue Lion Pub, we got the acoustic brunch with J.P. Lee. He's going to be providing some beautiful tunes all day long. Food, great service, British pub, big screen TV, live music. You can't go wrong with the Blue Lion Pub. The Woodlands Church is also hosting its Fall Fest that day, and I said that's one of many that's on our Halloween guide. That's on WoodlandsOnline.com on our main page. And finally, at the pavilion on Sunday, and I'm going to try to make it to this because my golly, Alice Cooper and Judas Priest are going to be playing. You talk about a Halloween-based music fiesta. There you go. That's at the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion Sunday night. You know what? Even if I can't make the concert, I'll just drive nearby and at an outdoor cafe and just listen to the tunes from afar. Well, that's it for the events that are happening this week. Now, I've talked about a lot of them, but I'm still barely scratching the surface. You got to go to Woodlands Online and click on the events tab to find out more. But now let's talk about some news. So Woodlands Online has a story out about the Woodlands Covenants and how you got to be extra careful if you have an old refrigerator or freezer or air conditioning unit. You can't just put it out for heavy trash. It has to be certified Freon free, and we have all the dirt on how to do that. So read that story at woodlandsonline.com under the news tab. Dozy Doe's, we talked about the big barn a lot, but the Dozy Doe family, literally and figuratively, Steve Said's family is trying to keep music alive, keep local music alive. They started a GoFundMe account to help bring in acts and keep musical acts coming to the big barn and elsewhere, and other venues are supporting this 100%. It's a lot of great community stuff in honor of the late Steve Said, who owned Dozy Doe, which is still going strong. So learn about that at woodlandsonline.com on the news tab. The Woodlands Township and the Woodlands Convention and Visitors Bureau has announced that there's a a new holiday event, Holiday on the Waterway. Got a lot of great stuff, and it's set up to where you can take the trolley around to hit different spots. Find out all you need to know, you know where. And over the weekend, there was another No Kings protest march thing going on. This one was pretty sedate. Happened up in Conroe and surrounding areas. But it does lead me to the next story that today, even though it was No King's Day, we still have a constitutional republic, and it is early voting. That's right. We vote in our leaders, and with the popular vote and the electoral college. And right now we got the election day is early November, but early voting happens between now and Halloween. You go to woodlandsonline.com. We tell you where to vote, when to vote, not to who or what to vote for. That's up to you. But do know that you'll be voting for Woodlands Township board positions, as well as a lot of propositions on the ballot. So you'll want to find out about that at woodlandsonline.com. Well, that's it for a pittance of the news and events that we have. We have all kinds of stuff at WoodlandsOnline.com. We have videos, we have podcasts, we do sports, job listings, marketplace, business briefs, you name it, we have it. Hey, if you want to tell me how I'm doing or let me know how I can get my voice back and with some, home cure remedies, I'd love to hear about it. Send me an email to shows@woodlandsonline.com. Well, that's it from me. I'm producing myself, on behalf of myself, Sean Thompson, producer Justin, and everyone here at WoodlandsOnline.com. As I said, we're SPF. Don't text and drive. Make excellent life choices. Shop early for the holidays. And I'll see you next Monday.